मयि जय सुदर्शन
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा सुभद्रमयि जय सुदर्शन
जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम
जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन
जय प्रभुपाद
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 प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय गुरुदेव
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 गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाचराचराख्य चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्वापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदापायं तथाख्येकं पदाख्येयं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीवतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं सागरदागं सागरनागपुरातां तीर्थं सान्तसाजीव साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवा श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादा सागना ललिता श्री विशाखांसिता हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेता गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विषभानुसुते देवी नमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुएव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
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 नारायणं नमस्कृतं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वती दिव्यासं ततो तयं विदीरये नक्तप्राय सुभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतं सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवते नैष्टिके कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः हरे कृष्णा welcome all the devotees for the morning Bhagavatam class. I have no qualifications, that's for this, my own purification. I accepted this as a service and I have the mood of serving their Guru Vaishnava. Hare Krishna. So today we will be starting a new chapter, 1.16.1, creation, first canto creation. Chapter 16 is how Parishit received the age of Kali, sloka number 1. So you can start resting.
सुतवाचा
तथा परीक्षित विजयवर्य शिक्षाया
तथा परीक्षित द्विजवर्य शिक्षाय
महिं महाभागवत ससासः
महिं महाभागवतः सशासः
यथा हि सुतयाम् अभिजित कोविदा
यथा हि सूत्याम् अभिजिता कोविदः
समादिशन् विप्र महत् गुणास्तथा
समादिशान् विप्र महत् गुणस्तथा
सुत उवाच तथा परीक्षित विजयवर्ष शिक्षया
तथा परीक्षित द्विजवर्य शिक्षया
मही महाभागवत ससासः
महिं महाभागवता सशासः
यथा हि सुत्यम् अभिजात कोविदा
यथा हि सूत्यम् अभिजता कोविदः
समादिशन् विप्र महत् गुण तथा
समाधीशान् विप्रमहात्पुनस्तथा
सूत उवाच
सूत उवाच
तथा परीक्षित विजयवर्य शिक्षाया
तथा परीक्षित द्विजवर्य शिक्षया
मही महाभागवत ससासः
मही महाभागवत शासशाहया तथा
यथा हि सूतयम् अभिजित कोविदा
यथा हि सूत्यम् अभिजात कोविदा
समादिशन् विप्र महाबोधन तथा
समाधीशान् विप्रमहात्पुनस्तथा
word to word meaning. Suta Vacha.
सूत उवाच
Suta Goswami said,
Suta Goswami said,
Tata,
Tata,
thereafter,
thereafter,
Parikshit, Maharaj Parikshit,
Maharaja Parikshit,
Vijayavaraya,
Vijayavarya,
the great twice born Brahmanas,
the great twice-born Brahmanas,
Shikshaya,
Shikshaya,
by their instruction,
by the instructions,
Mahim,
Mahim,
the earth,
the earth,
Mahabhagavata,
Mahabhagavata,
the great devotees,
the great devotees,
Sasa,
Sasasha,
ruled,
ruled,
Ha, in the past,
in the past,
Yata,
Yata,
as they told,
as they told it,
he certainly,
certainly,
Sutayam,
Sutya,
at the time of birth,
at the time of his birth,
Abhijita Kovida,
Abhijita Kovidaha,
expert astrologers at the time of birth,
expert astrologer at the time of birth,
Samadhishan,
Samadhishan,
given their opinion,
gave their opinions,
Vipra,
Vipra,
O Brahmanas,
O Brahmanas,
Mahat Guna,
Mahat Gunaha,
great qualities,
great qualities,
Tata,
Tata,
the truth to that.
true to that.
So, the translation and purport given by his praise, D.C. Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada, Shai Prabhupada. The translation, Suta Goswami said,
Sutta Goswami. We need to repeat.
No, small. O learned Brahmanas, Maharaj Parikshit then began to rule over the world as a great devotee of the Lord under the instruction of the best of the twice-born Brahmanas. He ruled by those great qualities which were foretold by expert astrologer at the time of his birth. At the time of Maharaj Parikshit's birth, the expert astrologers foretold some of his qualities. Maharaj Parikshit developed all those qualities, being a great devotee of the Lord. The real qualification is to become a devotee of the Lord, and gradually all the good qualities worthy of possession develop. Maharaj Parikshit was a Mahabhagavata, or a first-class devotee, who was not only well versed in the science of devotion, but also able to convert others to become a devotee by his transcendental instruction. Maharaj Parikshit was therefore a devotee of the first order, and thus he used to consult great sages and learned Brahmanas who could advise him by the Shastras how to execute the state administration. Such a great king were more responsible than modern elected executives heads, because they obliged the great authorities by following their instruction left in the Vedic literatures. There was no need for impractical fools to enact daily a new legislative bill and to conveniently alter it again and again to serve some purpose. The rules and regulations were already set forth by the great sages like Manu, Yajnavalkya, Parasara, and other liberated sages, and the enactment were all suitable for all ages in all places. Therefore, the rules and regulations were standard and without a flaw or defect. King like Maharaj Parikshit had their council of advisors, and all the members of their councils were either great sages or Brahmanas for the first order. They did not accept any salary, nor had they any necessity for such salaries. The state would get the best advice without expenditure. They were themselves Samadarshi, equal to everyone, both men and animal. They would not advise the king to give protection to the men and instruct him to kill the poor animals. Such council members were not fools or representatives of the composed of a full paradise. They were all self-realized souls and they knew perfectly well how all living beings in the state would be happy, both in this life and in the next. They were not concerned with the hedonistic philosophy of eat, drink, be merry, and enjoy. They were philosophers in the real sense, and they knew well that what is the mission of human life. Under all these obligations, the advice council of the king would give correct directions, and the king or the executive head, being himself qualified devotee of the Lord, would scrutinizingly follow them for the welfare of the state. The state in the days of Maharaj Yudhishthira, Maharaj Parikshit was a welfare state in the real sense of the term, because no one was unhappy in the state, be he man or animal. Maharaj Parikshit was an ideal king for a welfare state of the world. That's the end of the 1.16.1 and translation. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So here in this sloka, every sloka is it's a nectar only. You can say that it's complimenting, and there is nothing called this sloka is very nice, this is giving correct message, this sloka is not. Every sloka we pass through that, no, it gives a lot of weightage and a lot of messages to us. So in this sloka we will be understanding few points. One is the quality of a pure devotee, Sikshashaya, instruction by Mahabhagavat, and why to take instructions, and who has to prepare laws, and fool's paradise. So these are the topics we will be discussing and understanding in depth of the sloka and the purpose. So here they clearly say that how the Parikshit, we know very well that Parikshit means one who searches for searching. So the story began is when Uttara was pregnant, and Abhimanyu, he sent Brahmastra. Ashwatthama sent Brahmastra to kill the last son of the Pandavas Kula. So he wanted to destroy the entire Kula of that. So, but Uttara, instead of running behind her husband or any other person, she prayed to Krishna, and Krishna enter into the womb and protected. So that's how. So Parikshit, in the womb itself, he saw Krishna, and when he came out, he started searching. Every person he is looking at. Is this person I saw in the womb? This is the person I saw the first. So that's why he also got the name. So such a great soul, Parikshit. So we have to understand that how great he is, and he has got all the qualities, and astrologers also predicted what the Parikshit going to be future, and he also developed the same qualities. So with this background, and we'll be going deep into the subject of what is the qualities of the devotees. At the time of Maharaj Parikshit, the expert astrologers, Brahmanas foretold some of his qualities. Maharaj Parikshit developed all the qualities, being a great devotee of Lord. The real qualification is to become a devotee of the Lord, and gradually all the good qualities worthy of possession develop. So here we are talking about the qualities that Bhagavad Gita BG 9.22, here Krishna says, Ananya Chintanya Mam, but those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack, and I preserve what they have. So what Krishna says is he gives everything. So only thing is you have to be a devotee. So Prabhupada says that one does not develop each quality by a separate effort. So we have so many qualities, 32 qualities of Brahmana. So each and every quality we need to put effort to develop it. I want to be intelligent, I want to be wealthy, I want to be humble. All that we don't have to put any effort. So simply by becoming a devotee of the Supreme Lord, then naturally or easily one develops all qualities automatically. So qualities we have to have only the basic quality of a devotee. Once become a devotee, then automatically all other qualities are uh, it, inculcated in our with us. Because it is important to develop the bhakti, naturally they will develop all qualities. Therefore, it is necessary to preach Krishna conscious to all class of people in this world. So simply make the devotee, simply make them devotee, they will become the first class citizen. There will be peace and there will be a peace and prosperity. So why ISKCON is telling everybody to preach, preach, preach? Because by preaching all class of people, you don't have to require a Brahmana, Kshatriya, you don't have such, okay, only I have to find a Brahmana to teach all the things. You make everybody so they'll become, naturally become a first class citizen, and the whole society become peace and prosperity happens. So that's why the quality is very important. And all the qualities, naturally it comes. The second point is we will be discussing about the instructions. So here Maharaj Parikshit, how he is taking the instruction. So Maharaj Parikshit was a Mahabhagavata, or the first class devotee, who was not only well versed in the science of devotion, but also able to convert the others to become the devotee by his transcendental instruction. So Mahabhagavata, whatever he says, is a transcendental instruction. So that's what the transcendental instructions we will be discussing here. So Parikshit's instructions are impart the heart of the leader. So it penetrates the heart of the leaders of the world. His influence, because he is ruling the entire world. Parikshit is ruling the entire world. So any part of the world that applies. His instructions are entering, the leaders are entering to their mind. So his influence is that being a Mahabharat, so that is, they also become a devotee prepared to go back to home, back to Godhead. They develop good qualities, also completely liberated cycle of birth and death. So his instructions are well received by all the leaders, and with that also they become understood. They are also prepared to go back to Godhead. So that is how it should be there. So the influence of the pure devotee like Prabhupada. Prabhupada also went, based on his Guru's instruction, he went to Western world to preach to the English speaking people. So later traveled the different parts of the world and built many 108 temples. He established Hare Krishna movements and preached the preacher to become devotee. The purpose of Hare Krishna movement is to preach to the people so they become a devotee. That is the bottom line of this. Exactly Prabhupada followed the instruction of what Maharaj Parikshit and the great kings were doing it. So because people become a devotee, they become a pure, sober, well behaved, peace. They become a good devotee so that everybody will go back to home, back to God. So bottom line is we have to keep our mind to the lotus feet of Lord and go back to Him and do a devotional service happily. There are three classes of people, we might have understood that class 1, class 2, class 3. Uttama Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari and Kanishta Adhikari. So Parikshit Maharaj, if you take it, he is in the class of top class, Uttama Adhikari level. So even he act in Mahabhagavata's instruction, Mahabhagavat people's instructions are very powerful. So that we have to understand it. So the third point we will be discussing is why we have to take instructions. There are many people, they will say, but are we taking all the instructions? That is very important. So Maharaj Parikshit was therefore a devotee of the first order, and thus he used to consult the great sages and learned Brahmanas who could advise him by Shastras how to execute the state administration. So this is very important that we have to listen to the Brahmanas and sages. Just because he was a first class devotee doesn't mean that he act independently. Nowadays what happened, election is over, he become minister, that's all. He never care about what the sadhu Shastras are saying, not listening to the people who put a vote also. That councillors and the MLAs, nobody come to your doorstep, ask what is your problem. Before that, so that is not that one. So because he got the post, they behave like that. But Parikshit not that. Even though he is a first class devotee and the ruler, still he is listening to the instruction. The first class devotee doesn't act independently. He consults the right people for a specific purpose. So he has that intelligence is he should not go on asking everything to everybody. He asks the right question to the right person. What instruction he has to take. That is the maturity level. Suppose a grahastha problem, you should ask the grahastha. Suppose a brahmachari problem, you should ask the brahmachari. If you zigzag, then confusion will create. Because that is how the question also to be intelligently presented to and identify the right person to ask the right question. And submissively you should ask so that you get the right message. The Prabhupada said that Parikshit considered the great sages and learned Brahmanas why they could advise him based on the Shastras how to execute the state administration. So why he is asked, Parikshit asked this? So that from the sadhus and Brahmanas they will refer the Shastras and give right instruction so that he will run the administration very smoothly. Otherwise it will be chaos. So who has to prepare the law? So that is also very important point we have to understand. There was no need of for the impractical fools to enact daily to the new legislative bill and to convey the alter it again and again to serve some purpose. So nowadays what government is doing, every time government rule change, the elections is over, new government form, they'll come with new ideas, new laws they are making. Earlier government, they said that they banned all the ration cards. They limited to the small crowd of people where they are really poverty line. Only those people are given the ration card. Now the new government come, he said it's open to all the people. Everybody go and take that. So the laws are made to satisfy the citizen without thinking what impact it has. So everybody goes, and where the Gajara will be there. Gajara will become bankrupt. So the laws are made very whimsically. The laws are made by imperfect people. One time, one situation may not be working for another time, change in time. So imperfect people, when they make the law, that work for seasonal wise or period of wise, it is not applied for the entire period of this thing. Even the government also sometimes during their own government itself they'll change the law also because of the situation. So here Yakshna Vakya and Manu Samiti. So these Parasara, these are the great sages. The rules and regulations were already set forth by the great sages like Manu, Yanavakya, Parasara and other liberated sages. They enacted were all suitable for all the ages in all places. Therefore, the rules and regulations were standard and without the flaw or defect. King like Maharaj Parikshit had their council of advisors, and all the members of that council were either great sages or Brahmana of the first order. They did not so here they did not accept the salary and nor had any necessity for such salaries. So nowadays the bureaucrats are there. All the people who are in the government advisors are all taken big salaries. IPS, IS people are not. So Gajanas, half of the more than that is spent for these advisors only. They come with their own advisors which minister cannot rule it. So these are the things. But the olden days, what happened? The grey sages are well knowledgeable. They didn't work for salary. So the government didn't lose any money for the good advisors at all. That we have to understand it. So the law has to be prepared such that. So the Dharma Shastras, it is given to the people, and king has to rule the kingdom. The perfect instruction they are given to liberate they are given by the liberated souls. So why it is applicable for all time means they are liberated souls and they are not conditioned. They are not having any difference differences like conditioned souls. So we are all conditioned bodies. So whatever we think and do, it's all false only there. But liberated soul, they don't have any this thing because they see the only Shastra's instruction and they give correct instruction. They given instruction, guidance, direction, they are perfect. So that's why it is always a perfect instruction there. The rules and regulations are standard, without flaw, the direction, no mistake or time or place. So it is applicable to all the because when the whole universe is there, here now in one India itself, Kashmir got different rules and regulation. South Tamil Nadu got something rules and regulation. If you go to Gujarat, the rules and regulation different. Northeast, the rules and regulations are different. But when Parishit was ruling the entire world, the rules applied one single rule because that is the instructions are given from the liberated soul. So that is exactly it works. It is you don't have to do any favorism to any part of the world people. That's what we have to understand. They were themselves Samadarshini, equal to everyone, both men and animal. They would not advise the king to give protection to the man and instruct him to kill the poor animal. See, such instructions are so equal. So Samadarshini. So they see Atma level, all even animal and men, the peoples also they see an instruction. So here now government is one side they will open all the non-veg shops, other side they'll kill all the animals. So they'll think that egg, anda cow, something one sloka is there. So daily eat egg, you will get lot of strength. So they want to protect the men, and other side they want to kill the animals. So that is what the present politicians are conditioned people. So, but those liberated souls, the instructions were universal, Samadarshini. So we have to understand how deep they are. And also, fool's paradise. So this is a very nice word we have to understand. The fool paradise, a person who gives the things, who ignores the things and very happy and everything is fine, he says. But without being able to perceive the protection, potential troubles are impeding danger. So what the instruction they are giving, they are experimenting it out. They will give some instruction, thinking that that will solve. But after some years, the danger will come. Like example is China, they build big dams. Okay, and because of the overstoring of water, many villages are sunken into water. Here also they are doing so. All the advisors are. That's why called it is fool's paradise. So fool's paradise means without anticipating the danger, what will happen or consequence of trouble going to come. Simply they will give instruction. By storing water, I can generate electricity, I can supply the water and all. But many villages which are living people, they are all submerged into water. And imbalancing of the earth is happening because of the naturality is getting disturbed. So these are the points we have to understand very clearly that also the government, PMO, Prime Minister Office people, they are not subject experts. So because of influence, politician influence, they get the job. Okay, they bribe and come. So more or less bureaucrats, they are all bureaucrats and they don't know how to, they know how to run properly, but they don't know why to run. Suppose they don't know the difference between why it is required, but they know how to run the business, that's all. So just because it happens that now something harvest is grown up more, so they will distribute it. Something they produce more, they will, like plastics and because it is they got it raw material from the petrol, so they now everybody has been pushed to use the plastic. So like that, the people don't know what to do, but because something is there, they try to, as a citizen, to use it. so that no, they will make money out of it. So such kind of office advisors are there in the office, whom we should take. So from this example, we have to choose a right mentor for our guidance. So we have to select a mentor who is a fully knowledgeable and like a renounced order, who is having complete sadhu shastra guru instructions. If you learn such people, you take it as a mentor, so that no, your life also be perfect. So material world also, that now millionaires want to become a trillion and quadrillion. So people in material world, they will want to multiply. But if you spiritual world, if you see that no, they are all even they qualify. They say, oh, I don't know. Like example, like Amrish Maharaj, when he become 50 years old, he called all the ministers. Now I am become 50. I want to go to Vanaprasada, because I want to do more Krishna conscious. Then all the ministers were telling, no, 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 you are 24 hours on Krishna conscious only. There is no question of you are not done Krishna memory. So Krishna conscious is not there, we can't say. So learned, mature people, they are always humble. Whereas the materialist people, they want to multiply what they are. They will always think that they don't have anything. So two extremes of the qualities we can see in this. And also we also have to understand that when we get a post, how we have to behave. So Sutta Goswami, Sanuka Rishi was asking the question to Sutta Goswami that when Parikshit got post after Ashwamedha Yajna and after Kurukshetra war, he became the king of the world. Then he asked how he behaved, what was happened to him. Then he said that, then Sukadeva Goswami said that, no, he is so much Krishna conscious, he divided the whole world and distributed to his brothers, and he started doing more and more Krishna conscious. So he meditated a lot. So such a qualities, when you get a post, it is not that way. Another example we can say is our monkey king Sugriva. When Rama gave him kingdom, okay, after the Vali and Sugriva fight, and Vali was killed, and Sugriva made us a king. He said, okay, that is when Chaturmasya started. Then Rama and Lakshmana went to another forest, and they are waiting for that 4 months to get over, so that they will start waiting for Sita Maya. But Sugriva, what he did it, he happily enjoying that palace and all the lady monkeys and all the dog. He's drunken and he's totally forgotten it, what he is supposed to do. When the 4 months is over, Rama, Lakshmana were waiting. What happened to that? This one was supposed to come to search for. Then he sent that this thing. Lakshmana, go and tell him that we have to get ready. So when by seeing that Lakshmana approaching, they got fear, and he ran and came and fell on his feet. Okay, sorry, I forgotten all that. I will start sending my army people to search for. So this is naturally happening in the Kali Yuga also, that anybody councillor become MLA, MLA become MP, MP become chief minister, then chief minister, prime minister, and they get the post and they totally forgotten what they are supposed to deliver to the citizen. So that kind of character, even forgot about minister level, even the normal office also, the political, all the things. So the bottom line is that the post is there. That should not create you taking away from the Krishna consciousness. So even a devotee, when you become more and more, if you acquire a post, then you have to develop the Krishna consciousness more, rather than going to behind the post and the pride of that. So we should not run, because that Maya is she tricks. Okay, she tricks to take you away from Krishna. That is her only job, take you away from Krishna. But whatever you do service, your service should enhance you towards the Krishna than going behind that, what do you call that, glorifying in and pride and all kind of pampering. So you should not, okay, I want this is so that I'll be recognized in the worldwide, everybody see me. So we should not, that is the Maya tricking you to take you away from Krishna. So bottom line of the message is, we have to be from the Maharaj Yudhishthira, the great devotee, Parikshit, we have to be more and more conscious. We have to go closer to Krishna. That is the message we have to carry. Even the Goswamis, also if we say that, no, Raghunath Das Goswami, uh, he is a very rich, wealthy man. So gold coins are just like that in their house. So and Rupa and Sanatana Goswami, they are very big post. Okay, ministers, okay, finance ministers and administration ministers. And Jiva Goswami is highly literate person. But all of a sudden, after meeting the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they just throw that everything, just came to Vrindavan and start building temple and start writing scriptures. So whatever, see, that's what. So these are the things which takes us closer to Krishna. We have to serve Krishna. We have to do more and more towards Krishna rather than what situation we are in, what post we are having, what wealth we are having, what knowledge we are having. That is immaterial because everything Krishna only gives you. Then why you should worry about that? Because that Maya is holding you to take you away from Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hope we are summarizing the today's slokas. We understood about the qualities of pure devotees and also instruction given by the Mahabharata and why we have to take instruction and the purpose of who has